Hello friends, welcome again back to my channel. How you all doing? Hope you're all good. A very big thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much for always coming back. And if you're new here, I also want to say thank you so much. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very beautiful off-shoulder gown with a ruffle sleeve. Yes guys, so super easy, believe it. Let's dive into this. So this is my print and of course my working tools and of course my tool net that I'll be using for all the ruffle designs. Yes, so first thing now is to place my fabric on the table, and this is what I have. So I'm going to be cutting out for the front piece first. So as you can see now, I have my fabric and my lining. This makes everything easy for me. I like it this way, so I'll go ahead and start drafting. Now remember, this is an off shoulder, so depending on what you want to take off, but I'm going to take off 4 inches. Okay, now place my tape at that 4 inches mark and indicate all the vertical lines. Now the first is going to be the chest line at 9, bust point at 11, the under bust at 14, the waistline at 17, the hip line at 24, and of course the actual length of the gown, which is what, 37. Yes, then I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches as well for hemming allowance on the lowest part. And so that's it guys. I'll go ahead and convert everything to a straight line. Then after that, I can just trim off, the excesses down there that I don't need. So going ahead to label this up. So once this is done now, the next thing now I'm going to do is to now indicate what the bust span. The bust span is the same thing as the nipple to nipple distance, which is 8 divided by 2, and that is 4. Okay, so I'm going to be marking that down now, 4 inches from the top all the way straight down. So this is what a full length dart. Okay, yeah, so going ahead to mark that. After that, I'll go ahead and create what a straight line. So this is it. Then the shoulder width and working width is going to be 5 inches, right? So we're just taking note of that point now. So in order to create my bust here, I will indicate 1 inches up the bust point and down the bust points. You can see these 2 points indicating it down now. Then after that, I'll come now to the under bust. I'm going to mark what, 1.5 inches on the under bust there. 1.5 inches on this side, while on the other side I'll mark what, 0.5 inches. So this I'm going to extend it all the way straight down to the hemline of this dress. So you can see I'm marking my 1.5 inches down the other side and 0.5 inches towards the unfold part. So going ahead to get the straight line now. So after that now, in order to create my lower cup, I'll connect it to that 1 inches that is below the bust point. So you can see me using my curve ruler to do that right now. We'll do this for one side and of course the same thing for the other side. So we have our lower cup here. Then for the upper one now, we'll still repeat the same process, 0.5 inches on this side, 1.5 inches on this side. Don't forget there is a 5 inches mark there. Don't be distracted by that, okay? Yes, so these 2 points, 0.5 and 1.5, we will now connect it to that 1 inches that is above the bust point. So you can see using my curve ruler to do that now, and of course the same thing on the other side. So here now, we just drafted our straight bust here for this front piece. So you can see this now. Yeah, so the next thing of course is to start fixing the body measurements. Okay, yeah, but starting for the shoulder width, remember we initially marked 5 inches there, right? Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is to take that point now and replace it back, because there's already a dart there of 2 inches. Remember 1.5 and 0.5, so I'm replacing it back there. Then I'll come to that chest line and fix the bust measurement. In this case, it's 34 divided by 4, 8.5 plus 3 inches, allowance there. Then also on the under bust there, putting the band measurement of 28 divided by 4, that's 7. Then add 3 inches as well. Then on the waistline is 30 divided by 4, that's 7.5. Also add 3 inches allowance there. Then for the hip is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. Also add the 3 inches allowance there. And don't forget, each of these we are also replacing those darts of 2 inches. You must replace it back, don't forget that. Yes, then for the lowest of the hemline there, I'm also putting the hip measurement there as well. just exactly what I have on the hip. So if you want it to be a straight one, you can just leave it like that. But because I want it to be penciled, then I'm coming back in again by 1.5 inches. Okay, I hope you understand that. Yeah, so going ahead now to connect all these points together, and you can see we just drafted what the side. So going ahead to connect it all, and here we have it, guys. So the next thing, of course, now is to create the armhole curve right there. So using my curve ruler now, I'm just taking this one to that chest line right there. And so you can see this, guys. This is how it is. Yes, so because I know I need a 0.5 inches extra, because initially I marked 5 inches, I just want to make it 5.5. So that's why I added that extra 0.5. Then for the neckline, placing it at the 4 inches mark, I want the neck depth to be 6 inches. That's what I just marked now. Then I'll just go ahead and draw a v-neck, more like a v-neck shape. Okay, so if you want yours to be a sweetheart neck, you can also do that. So that's it, guys, and we're done. We're done with the front piece. What is left now is to go ahead and call this out. Guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, okay? I'll really appreciate this, so please subscribe to my channel, like and share with friends. This will go a long way to help this channel. Please, I will really appreciate this. Thank you so much. All right, so this is the front piece now. You can see this all, it's looking all beautiful. So I'm going to be putting my interfacing later on, but that is just going to be only on the upper part. So it will just stop under the bust, just to give that, the busty some cup effect there. Then setting this aside, we'll go for the back piece. So I'm working on my lining right now so that it can be more visible here. So you can see I've already drafted out some lines, which is nothing extra here. This is just the zipper space and all the vertical measurement, just like what we did for the front piece. You can see placing it at the 4 inches mark and just marking out all those vertical, and that is all. The only difference here is that zipper space that we fixed here. Okay, all right. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to get what the shoulder width. So remember, I'm using 5.5. Initially, I used 5. I later added 0.5. So for this back piece, I'm indicating that 5.5. Then I'll come to the chest line and fix the bust circumference of 34 divided by 4. That's 8.5. Plus the 3 inches hemming allowance. Then I'll go ahead and create my armhole curve. So for this back, we're going to be doing a princess dart. For the front was a straight bustier. For this back, we'll make a princess dart. So to do that, you now to measure what I have on the curve there, and that's about 9 divided by 2. Then I have 4.5, so I'll mark that down, 4.5 right there, so you can see this down. Then I'll come now to the bust point. I'm going to fix the bust span of 8 divided by 2, 4. Then under the bust, I'll take away 0.5 and mark 3.5. Then that 3.5, I'll just continue marking it all the way to the hemline of this dress, as I'm doing right now. So once this is done, then I'll go ahead and of course connect all those points together. So remember I said this is what the princess, that is what we're doing for this back piece. Okay, all right. So now I'll go ahead now on that midpoint. I'll just go up by 1 inches there. Then I'll come connect it back to that bust point, and we just have it. It's that simple. Look at it, guys. Just have, what I will do now is just to use my curve ruler and blend that sharp edge properly, and we're good to go. Yes, guys. So the next thing, of course, now is to extend that upper part by 2 inches, and of course go ahead and recreate what my armhole again. Okay, so that settles it for the princess dart. So the next thing, of course, now will be to just fix the body circumference. Okay, and that's it. All right, so now on that bust measurement, that's the chest. I've already fixed the bust circumference. Under the bust, remember, is the band measurement, the circumference of the under bust there. We'll fix that, divided by 4, and add the hemming allowance there. The waistline, 30 divided by 4, 7.5, plus the extra 3 inches allowance. The same thing for the hip. Then for the hemline, remember we did it penciled, right? So we'll come back in again by 1.5 inches, and that's it. So we'll just go ahead now and connect all the points, and we're done drafting. Oh, we're done with the side drafting. You can see everything is ready. So for the neck measurement now, we're just going to mark that down. I'm just going ahead to mark extra 0.5 inches for the side there, okay, just to be on the safe side. Then for the neck measurement for this back, I'm using a neck depth of 8 inches. So I'm placing it at that 4 inches mark. Don't forget that. Then I'll go ahead and also make a V shape there. And that is it, guys. We're done, guys. So in order to eliminate any form of zip bulge, I'm going ahead to take that off. On the waistline, I moved in by 0.5 inches, and I'm just blending it upward and downwards, just like you see me doing now. So it's important to always doing this when you're making a long top or gown, okay, so that when you're fixing your zipper, you won't have any issues with the zip bulge, okay? Yeah, so that's just what I'm doing right now. So cutting this off and we're good to go. So going ahead, of course, to cut the remaining parts. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not done that. Please, guys, subscribe to my channel. This goes a long way to help me encourage my channel. Please subscribe. Don't just watch and go. Subscribe, like, and share. I will really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So the back piece is ready, and of course, the front piece is ready. All right, so the next thing, of course, is to start joining the piece. That's all. We're just opening this up. You can see what the front looks like. So we're just going to join it now. Just place one side and sew. So preferable, I like to sew from down all the way to up, okay? We'll do this for the other side. But before we sew this, don't forget I'll be adding my interfacing. We're doing the same thing for both the front and the back. Remember, I'll be adding my interfacing and a little bit of wording, just the upper part down to that underbust. That's the only way it's going to stop. So I'll go ahead and finish this up and show you how it looks. And here you can see this is the back piece. I've gone ahead to sew it all, both for the lining and the main fabric, and of course giving this a very good press. Then of course this is the front. You can see this. I just applied my interfacing there. Just like I said, it stops under the bust. You can see for the main fabric, I just add a little bit of wording there just to give this that cup effect. And we're good to go here. So the next thing now will now be to use the actual lining to turn it all over. So placing it right side to right side, just make sure you arrange it properly. Then this is the way I'm going to sew. First of all, I need to cut off from that lining, okay? So I'll take off like 2 inches. Depends on what you want. Depends on the hemming allowance you left. So remember, we left about 2 inches for that. So I'm taking off 2 inches down on that lining now. So I'm going to now sew. By the time I sew, just like I'm using my pin to demonstrate, so you will see now that the lining will now move up. So just push it the way you see me doing and adjust it properly. You can see everything is aligned, right? So once you have it this way, you can now go ahead and sew the sides. Sew the sides and also sew the neckline. The only part that will be left open is the armhole part. That's where you'll be turning it out from. The same thing you're also going to do for the back piece. No difference there, okay? So once I'm done, sewing it all up, I'll go ahead and also fix a zipper at the back. Then I'll show you how it turns out. All right, guys, so this is it, looking all beautiful. You can see this is the back piece. Gonna ahead to fix my zipper. Okay, this is it. And for the front, of course, this is how it looks like. We're almost done here, guys. So the next thing, of course, will be to just place the back over the front. That's just it. And go ahead and join the sides. But remember, we're going to be fixing a ruffle, so I have to do the ruffle first before I now join the sides. Okay, so for my ruffle, this is the tool net I'm using. And you just have to cut out quite a number of these long straps. So this is 3 inches in width. So what I'm going to be doing now is to create a ruffle. Sew on the center line, the gather stitch, and drag it all to give you your ruffle. Or you can go ahead and just sew directly. Just be creating your pleat as you sew, whichever one works for you. So at the end of the day, you should achieve something like this. This is just a rough sketch. So you can see this now. You can see that the ruffles are not so close. They're a bit scanty here. So if you're making yours, make it very close, okay? But if you eventually make it like this, then you can also double it. So this is what I'm doing now. That part where I'm going to fix the ruffle, I'm just measuring it. I had about 14.5 then. So you just measure what you have on the ruffle. So assuming you already have it so close and very full, all you need to do is just to attach it directly. But in this case, you can see this one is scanty, right? So all I will do now is to double it like so, or you go ahead and triple it. So you can see the difference. When I triple it, you can see it's very full. You just go ahead and use your stitch to hold it all together. Then after that, you can just place it where you want to be, okay? Like you just place it in the form of the V shape of the neckline. And that will be it. So once I've done that now, then I can now go ahead and sew the side. But don't forget, I'll be adding a sleeve later. So I have to leave out 0.5 inches on that armhole part. So after that, to go ahead and sew the sides and and guys, this outfit is ready, guys. It's ready. The next thing, of course, is just to what, go ahead and fix the sleeve. You can see how beautiful this looks. Thank you so much, guys. Like on the next one, I will show you how to what, cut out the sleeve and also create that ruffle sleeve design. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.